TCG Meta Slayer. Guys, I just went ahead and removed the plastic, and we're going to take a look at this demo deck here. I don't know what's going to be inside, but I imagine they're mostly going to be, simple cards for demo purposes. I didn't spoil it. I've only been watching gameplay for the starter decks that come out in December for American audiences, and I know that there's a bunch of, spoilers out there and other sets already in the works and to be released, especially in Japan. But anyways, we're going to take a look at this. I want to enjoy it for myself. I don't really want to get other people's impressions too much, that they get really specific into the cards, but I'll let you guys decide that for yourself. We'll kind of go over them, and as the cards come out, then I'll give my more detailed impressions. So what I like about this One Piece character here, the Luffy leader, again, he's red and green, a color according to the colors. Bandai, red is going to be the aggressive color that's able to rush down and attack when you first play your characters, and green is supposed to be the ones that unrest and maybe, rest your opponents, which means it's going to give you also some more offensive potential, but even maybe some defense potential. So this leader here does have that kind of offense potential where you can spend 4 Dawn and you can basically unrest a card that has to be Straw Hats or Supernovas and 5 or less. So it's like double attack. Boom, spend 4 Dawn to unrest, boom, attack again. And it's cool because, right, I get to use red and green. All right, let's take a look really quickly here. So we have Nico, and I want to say it really fast as well. I really like the original art, whether it's from the anime or the manga, from Eiichiro Oda, color walk style and all that. I will say I'm not really a big fan of the new art. It is cool, I'm not against it or anything, but just not my preference. I won't be really collecting it or anything like that. I'd rather just stick to the regular art, so that's cool for me. I like the original style. It's just so tied into, the One Piece, storyline and everything. Again, as somebody who's been watching One Piece since it came out basically in the 90s, it's very important to me to keep the same art style, just like Dragon Ball, right? So maybe a lot of newer people who don't really watch the anime or read the manga, maybe they play the game, they're not going to really care too much about the new art style. But like I said, it's not a terrible thing. It's just something that I'm a little bit picky with. So I hope that they always have original art as much as possible. But the only downside to that is it, it could start to look like they just cut and paste artwork from the anime, which is also not as good. But anyways, this is a nice picture here. Looks like we got 4 Nico Robins again, just a counter, and cost 3 for 5,000, so nothing special. Then we got same thing as Franky Super. So he's only 6,000. He's a 6,000, so he's only like a basic character again. But it's really fun for me to see these other these characters, and I'll definitely be playing a lot of Luffy deck. So here we go. Here's an example. This is a pretty cool looking artwork, but I don't really like it. I mean, it's not the original artwork. It's a third-party artwork. It's like a newer style, and it's more rendered and detailed. It doesn't have the more like simple anime look that's obviously easier to do when you're drawing cartoons and animating versus you can't really animate something like this kind of art style. So anyways, but still cool. Cavendish is a fun character, obviously inspired from Three Musketeers, European swordsman, dueling and stuff like that. Add 1 card from your life. Character gains rush. So there we go. Aggro character. You can take a life to play him and attack with him immediately. Okay, here's Sai. Yeah, this is cool. Some anime art. Here's another kind of like vanilla character. Sanji. So this is kind of like, the kind of like lazy art, I guess you could say. It's just probably cut and pasted from the anime, so that's pretty unfortunate. But once per turn, add a card from your life again. So this is a pretty much like you're losing your HP to try to rush them down. So risky, but definitely makes for fast, aggressive gameplay. But you can do that to give him plus 2,000 power, and then give him up to 2 Dawn. So he doesn't even have a rush, unfortunately. We got Tony Choppa. Looks like another cut and paste animation picture, but no worries. Attach 1 Dawn, then trash a card from your hand. A Straw Hat crew type character card from other than Tony Chopper, with a cost of 4 or less from your trash your hand. Okay, cool. So you get some recursion if it costs 4 or less. I don't know. Cavendish is like the only target so far, but let's see what else we get. Yeah, Bartolomeo. Cool. Anyways, here's some more new original art. Doesn't look too bad, right? He's a blocker this time, and he can gain 3,000. So a little bit of some defense there. Here's cool manga art. I like this. Not too bad. Again, looks like it's cut and pasted out of the manga, sadly. Franky Radical Beam counter. So this is something that you'll play from Trigger. So it looks like if it gets revealed from your life, But you can also play as a counter. One of your leaders gets plus 2,000 power for the battle. Then you have 2 or less life. This card gains additional plus 2,000. Not bad. So obviously you use this to try to protect your leader, and you can do it for free if they hit out of your life. And you got a bunch of the Dawn cards. Dawn. Yeah, because I was reading and writing hiragana, katakana, and all that stuff. So yeah, pretty nice. Yeah, I'm just excited to see that, you know, either you can use custom Dawn, or maybe they'll give you collector or alternate Dawn artwork and stuff like that. Maybe more like manga cards. So overall, I guess the game is, like I said, it's gonna be pretty fun. It's simple. It's like Digimon. It's more simple and streamlined compared to even Dragon Ball, and you know, definitely compared to, you know, Magic and Flesh and Blood. Those are the games I play. Dragon Ball is always going to be my favorite game from Bandai. I will say that the edge for my favorite anime and story will go to One Piece. But the Dragon Ball card game is just so amazing. I can't stop raving about it. The One Piece game so far, it's just, you know, it's early, it's basic, and it does one thing really cool though, is I like the Dawn mechanic. You know, you just kind of ramp your resources every turn pretty much, and then you can use them not only to play cards, but you can use them to attach and then make people powered up, and also to activate abilities. So I like that. It gives a different, you know, slightly different resource management system with its own pros and cons. Unfortunately, you won't be able to do many tricks with your Dawn. Like, you know, what's cool with Dragon Ball is when you place cards in your energy, there's certain, you know, leaders and cards where you can like swap them back into your hand. You can play them in, you know, put them into play. You know, you can actually like interact with your cards in your energy. Whereas this game, the Dawn is pretty much at this point just going to be Dawn. I don't foresee them in the future making like character cards into your Dawn, but you never know. You never know. Regardless, it's really fun. You know, it has a trigger effects like Digimon, which again adds a little bit more luck to the game. You know, like when they get hit out of your life, the effect takes place. So anyways, I'm still excited to play it. Like I said, I've been a One Piece fan for, you know, decades now. And just for me, it's more of a casual game to play and enjoy the characters that I've been seeing on screen all the time and been reading the manga of like way back in the days. Doesn't mean, again, I won't be making competitive decks to slay the meta, challenge the meta, and just to put different twists on stuff. So like and subscribe, guys. I promise I'll be bringing a lot more One Piece. I'll be getting the starter decks for sure, and keeping up with the game. All right, thanks so much for subscribing and liking. And don't forget, keep it faith, say a prayer, spread that love, be positive, be thankful. I'll be coming back at you. Peace.